Welcome to our final event. This is a part of Global Entrepreneurship Week, which is a worldwide celebration across 200 different countries with 40,000 different entrepreneurship and innovation activities happening this week, and with estimates of nearly 10 million people being involved in some way celebrating entrepreneurship. I'm excited that we have partnered with the South Carolina Department of Commerce Office of Innovation. They have been an awesome supporter of this competition for all 3 years that we have been doing this. And I want to give a quick shout out to Julie Kunkel and Nancy Conwell, who may be on here this evening out of the Office of Innovation. You have been a blast to work with, so thank you so much. Hopefully this will let me advance my slides here. There we go. Also want to make sure that we recognize all of our primary contacts from these 16 different universities and colleges from across the state. So Michelle, John, Leanne, Dave, JP, Brian, Reese, Tom, Serge, Zachary, John, Catherine, Brian, Jennifer, and Sarah across all of these awesome universities. This has been an awesome team effort. We could not make this happen without all of these dedicated faculty and staff members helping us across all of these different universities. We have a quick listing here. I'm trying to get my view out of the way as best I can. We have our top 15 teams joining us tonight. So you see that we are representing a variety of colleges and universities from across South Carolina. Each of these teams will have 2 minutes to pitch their business ideas live to our finalist judges tonight. And we're excited to crown our champion for 2022. We want to give a special thank you to all of our round one judges: Peter, Brian, John, Norma, Carrie, Liz, Joe, Timothy, Joe, Christina, Tom, Michael, Aaron, Adrian, and Scott. I believe some of you also might be joining us this evening. These folks did a lot of the hard work of taking all of our entries this year and helping us narrow that down and review them and score them to where we now have the top 15 teams presenting tonight. Want to also give a shout out to our finalist judges. Tim Bradford is joining us this evening, who serves as the president of the Bradford Group of Companies and also the chief operating officer of Premier Counseling LLC. Christine Osborne is joining us. She's the principal of Christine S. Osborne LLC and the founder of WonderWorks. Tyler Senecal, founder and CEO of Sadger City, and Ryan Sanderson, founder and CEO of Knowledge Perk LLC and co-founder and board member of Gravity Center. So I'd like to give just a quick moment to each of our finalist judges to jump on here and to encourage our teams and give them any advice that you have. So Tim, if you're hearing me, go ahead and jump on and share any advice with our teams tonight.
Hey everybody, how's everybody this evening? What? There you go. Thumbs up. Fantastic. Fantastic. Hey, I'm excited. You understand this, that the future of business as we know it moving forward will be coming from, as it usually has, but the growth of entrepreneurism is going to be far greater than it ever has been. You all are pretty much the great potential that exists for entrepreneurship moving forward. There are so many people who will never have a regular 9-to-5 job anymore. And so, you know, this is it. You guys are it. So look, one of the things that, if I can be very, very clear tonight, some are going to win, some are not going to, or some are going to score higher than others. Don't let whatever happens to you dissuade you, whether you get the highest score or you get the lower score. Don't be dissuaded by that. If you have something that you're focused on, that you wake up thinking about, that you dream about at night, that's what you're supposed to be doing. And if that's what you're here for tonight, don't ever quit.
Outstanding. Thank you so much, Tim. Let's turn the mic over to Christine. I'm not hearing you this exact second, Christine, so we'll roll over to Tyler if you have any advice or feedback you'd like to share with our teams tonight.
I'd echo a lot of what Tim said. I think the fact that all of you are here tonight says a lot. Enjoy the night, have fun. It's a great opportunity. And as Tim said, how you're scored tonight has no reflection on your potential as a founder. If you're passionate about what you're working on, if you think you're solving a real problem, stick with it. And this is going to be a great step along your way in the journey. So looking forward to it, and good luck to everyone.
Awesome. Thank you, Tyler. And Ryan, any words of advice?
Yeah, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Excited to be a part of this again. I will tell you that having had several companies in the past, every company that I've had or been a part of started with a pitch. So yes, you guys are competing for money tonight. You're competing for prizes, for bragging rights, but you're also setting a precedent for the future. You guys did take enough initiative. You put something together. You got your team together, and you have taken the first steps towards entrepreneurship, small business. And so I applaud you for that. Good luck. I'm excited to hear the pitches tonight. I would say, if anything, stay calm, stick to your notes. Don't try to ad-lib. You've already practiced. You've done this. This is simple. Stick with that. You guys are going to do great. Looking forward to it.
Outstanding advice. Thank you, Ryan. And Christine, giving you one more chance here in case you'd like to share any advice.
Yep. If they can hear me, they just need to breathe and try to have fun, y'all. I mean, the hard work has already been done. You've already come up with the idea. All you got to do is just relax, take a deep breath, and then just show us your passion and what you're excited about.
Outstanding. Thank you so much. I see that we have hit 199 participants this evening. So let's see if we can cross over into 200 attendees. This is my last slide. I promised the students that I would try to keep this to 5 to 10 minutes, and I'm in that window right now. So just a quick reminder to all of you joining. Our top 15 teams will each have a 2-minute period to pitch their business ideas to our panel of judges. Then we will open up a People's Choice voting link. I believe many of you are here supporting a particular team or two. So everyone on this Zoom call will get the opportunity to place one vote for the team that they would like to win an extra $500. And we're excited to share that we have first place award of $5,000. If you make it into the top 5, you're guaranteed to win at least $1,000. So we are very excited to get rolling on this. Our top 15 will be narrowed to the top 5, and then the 5 will do a Q&A round with our judges before we ultimately decide who our winners are for this year. So we also want to encourage everybody on here, feel free to use that chat box to cheer for your favorite teams. Let us know where you're coming from, what school you're with. We want to see an active chat as much as possible to root on these top 15 teams tonight. Am I forgetting anything, students or judges? I think we've made it through all of that information, and we can go ahead and jump in. If I've forgotten something, now's your chance to say. I'm going to stop my screen share. So without further ado, we will go ahead and move into our presentation portion of the evening. So judges and attendees, I am excited to announce team number 1. So everyone knows these were randomly drawn order of presentations tonight. So our first team tonight is For the Record. They are joining us from the College of Charleston, and that's Lily Kirkland, Katie Horton, and Will Dalton. So you all can go ahead with your screen share, and I will start your 2-minute timer once you start talking.
We are freshmen at the College of Charleston and avid music listeners. I'm Lily Kirkland.
I'm Katie Horton.
And I'm Will Dalton.
And we are For the Record. We have created the product to solve every muso's most frustrating problem. Our mission is to take your old, scratched, unplayable vinyl records and turn them into new products. From turntable to coffee table, we have the product for you. We take your old, scratched, unplayable records and turn them into accent pieces such as trinket bowls, vases, bookends, and much more. These accent pieces spark conversations about how to let your favorite music live on forever and to build a sustainable future.
The problem is that vinyl records are made of polyvinyl chloride, also known as PVC, which is a non-biodegradable plastic that is difficult to recycle due to its high chlorine content. As vinyl record sales started making a comeback in the 2010s, it is evident that they're here to stay. So we need to find a way to recycle our old and unusable records.
Our solution includes collecting old vinyl through drop boxes and record stores, sanding, heating, and molding the vinyl into our accent pieces, and selling back to customers.
The process will look a little something like this. We will work with SheFitness, a leading PVC production company, who will pay us in order to offset their PVC waste. In addition, we will collect vinyl records from drop boxes and direct shipments in order for music lovers to get a new use out of their old records. Both the money from SheFitness and the vinyl records will go into the production of our accent pieces, which we will sell back to our customers who are music lovers looking to upgrade their living space.
For the Record puts the environment first and aims to create zero net waste. We addressed UN SDG goal number 12, responsible consumption and production.
Work with us to create a sustainable future. If you have any questions, contact us, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Round of applause for the Record. We will move right into our second presentation this evening, Beyond Pills, representing University of South Carolina. Please help me welcome Alexandria Coleman.
Can everybody see my screen?
Yep.
Good to go. Yep.
Did you know in the United States, we spend $3.7 trillion every year on chronic disease? Despite this, 1.7 million people die every year due to chronic diseases. Hi, I'm a student pharmacist at USC that's here to solve this problem. Chronic diseases have continually increased: diabetes, high blood pressure, obesity, and high cholesterol. Have you ever wanted to know how to maintain, get rid of, or avoid these diseases? Beyond Pills is here to help you do this holistically. Beyond Pills is a hybrid company that is cost-effective, informative, and patient-centered. It's a pharmacist-owned and operated company offering a variety of services included in our monthly subscription. The disease prevention services directly aim at the root cause of chronic diseases. You may be asking how Beyond Pills is different from other wellness companies. Well, preventing chronic disease requires behavior changes that are difficult to sustain. Our app will have a proprietary algorithm, allowing it to learn the behaviors and habits of our members and personalize recommendations to promote and maintain health and well-being. Our revenue will be coming from our classes, subscription fees, supplements, digital health devices, and other value-added items like planners. We offer nutritional advice, weight management consultation, and grocery mentoring. We also prepare organic, healthy food and drinks. By offering our members access to our experts and content in person, hybrid, or online, Beyond Pills can be here for you. Whether you live in a food desert or near a grocery store, it's a one-stop shop. Our fitness center offers exercise classes. Our restaurant offers meal prep services, and our pharmacy offers anything from supplements to vaccines. Beyond Pills was founded by a preventive medicine pharmacist who helps improve members' overall quality of life as well as their blood sugar, cholesterol, and blood pressure. As the health and wellness industry continues to grow, $7.6 trillion are expected by 2030. Why not save lives? Beyond Pills wants to redefine longevity and quality of life in Americans today. Thank you and have a blessed day.
Outstanding job. Thank you. Round of applause for Beyond Pills. We will move right along to our third presentation this evening, JustSports, representing Coker University. Please help me welcome Mac Taylor Bailey.
Hello, I'm Mac Taylor Bailey. I'm from Los Angeles, California, representing Coker University, and this is my company, JustSports. About 77% of transgender adults who are out or perceived as transgender while in grades kindergarten to 12 have negative experiences at school, such as verbal or physical harassment and physical or sexual assault. Almost 44% of transgender youth versus 16% of cisgender youth commit suicide. In 2020, 20 states introduced high school transgender sport bans, and the following year, dozens of states have introduced similar bills. Most trans athletes are closeted. If trans athletes are openly out, they're usually shamed, shunned by society, facing bullying, hate, and then in result with mental health issues and sometimes even suicide. Just Sports is like the Special Olympics, but instead of targeting athletes with disabilities, we'd be targeting the LGBTQ, specifically those who identify something different from what they were assigned to at birth. We hope to decrease anxiety and the mental health issues and the suicide rate and the bullying and hate that most trans athletes face, to get rid of the political argument that trans athletes aren't athletes and removing inequality. We'd like to add diversity within athletics and provide a community of representation. The route we would take is like the IOC, the International Olympics Committee. As they are strong advocates of building a better world through sport, we would also turn to sponsors, charity, and donors, as well as making revenue through television, social media, ticketing, and merchandising. The social impact Just Sports will have is that first, trans athletes have a safe platform to be an athlete. Second, trans youth will have someone to look up to, feel less alone and seen. And third, and most importantly, equality. At Just Sports, our only concern is athletic gender equality. This company is very important to me and close to my heart. As a trans athlete myself, I hope to make all trans athletes feel safe in this environment, that all trans athletes deserve to be heard and seen. Trans men are men, trans women are women. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Mac Taylor. Round of applause for Just Sports. And we'll move right along to our fourth presentation this evening, Forge Change, representing College of Charleston. We have Channing Smith and Grace Baker.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Channing Smith. And I'm Grace Baker. And we would like to introduce you to our idea, Forge Change.
As of today, there are 8 billion people living on this planet, and only a little over 1 billion actively volunteer in their community. The main issue with gaining volunteers is the lack of incentive and the feeling of being too small to make a difference, and our goal is to change that mentality. To the left, we have the cleanup of Mumbai Beach, where one man and his neighbor were eventually joined by over 1,000 volunteers in just under a year. This scale of change wouldn't have been possible without everyone that was involved. Volunteering is also crucial in education. It has been found that students can benefit academically with tutoring, potentially resulting in improvement from the 50th percentile to the 60th in their studies, which again would never have been possible if not for the active volunteers in their community.
So our app begins with a matching service where you can input your skills and get directly matched to a volunteer site similar to them within your desired area. Along with matching, we also have a social aspect to our app. So say I wanted to host a beach cleanup, I can invite all my friends and colleagues to it through the group page. Next, we have an inbox page where you can message volunteer sites directly to get more information about what they're doing. And then finally, we have a profile tab where you can compete with your friends on the number of hours you've logged, and finally have a place where you can track all of your volunteer work through the volunteer history section. So on average, it's been found that large nonprofits spend around 35% of their revenue on display ads and 54% of their revenue on social media ads. Small nonprofits actually focus 96% of their budget on social media ads. So by charging a $30 per month subscription fee from volunteer organizations, we would help them reduce their money spent on advertising while also creating a profit for ourselves. In the future, we would also hope to reach out to colleges and pitch this idea to them to potentially charge a licensing fee for colleges to distribute to their student body.
And this app would hopefully close the gap between inequalities, with inclusivity being crucial in making a large-scale difference, and in turn would improve people's well-being in their communities by focusing primarily on goals 17, 3, and 11 of the United Nations goals.
Thank you. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask us.
Thank you very much. Round of applause for Forge Change. Excited to move on to team number 5 this evening.
Let's go.
The sock box.
That's great. Didn't hear the timer.
Channing, if we could go ahead and mute, please. Great job. I do it all the time. So our 5th presentation tonight is the sock box, representing USC Upstate. And we have Clayton Tuck presenting for us this evening.
Can everyone hear me?
Good to go. Thank you.
All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Clayton Tuck. First off, I want to thank you all for taking the time to listen to my pitch. Let me ask you, are you tired of waking up to start your day with cold feet? Or tired of socks getting mixed in with your underwear and t-shirts in your drawer? Or just in general tired of smelly socks lingering in with your clothes and shoes? I may have your solution. The sock box provides the consumer with the ability to have their favorite socks neatly organized while also keeping them fresh and warm. No need for those heavy-duty construction socks that have wires that just aren't comfortable. It's also super beneficial to those who may have decreased blood flow in the feet, leaving your feet numb and tingly. The box is organized and ready for you. As far as the revenue model, the sock box will be a one-time purchase that is ready to go as soon as it's plugged in. Easy setup for the customer with minimal effort. There will also be a subscription-based service for an optional automatic scent release feature. As far as the social impact, for every 50 sock box purchase, we will donate a fully stocked sock box to housing shelters around the United States. There's also minimal environmental packaging made with recyclable materials. Thank you.
Round of applause for the sock box. Thank you very much.
Is it?
Judges, our sixth presentation this evening is the Vital Bean Co., representing Coastal Carolina University, Cole Patel, Grayson Morrow, and Bowen Wright. And you can take it away when you're ready.
Hello, everyone. I want you all to think about a world where chocolate is extinct. Because if you're anything like me, that's a terrifying proposition. The problem is there's a global shortage of the production of chocolate and cocoa and vanilla beans. And people are consuming roughly 1 million more tons cocoa than farms produce each year. And vanilla is currently more for its weight than silver. Our solution is that we will grow cocoa and vanilla beans on our farm based in Costa Rica. The optimal climate allows for the growth of both crops. And after the beans are ready to be shipped, they'll be shipped to our warehouse in Houston, Texas, where from there they'll be transported to other places where anyone will buy the beans inside the US. And our revenue model is currently the average market price per kilogram of cocoa is $2 per kilogram. And for vanilla, it's $490. We aim to set our price just over the market average at $2.50 per kilogram for cocoa beans and $500 per kilogram of vanilla beans, which is just above our competitors' prices. However, this could change depending on the quality of each harvest and the demand at the time. We do this because as it is, our competitors don't supply enough cocoa for the current chocolate producing market. And as it is, every year, new products get released that require chocolate. So we see an easy opening for our business, and we expect our quality to be better than our competitors because of the location we selected. So there's a clear opening in a desperate market that we need to attack, and the risk of losing chocolate for good, we need to act before it's too late. Help us in our mission at Vital Bean Co. to keep sweets alive. Thank you.
Thank you, Cole. Great job. Moving right along to our seventh pitch this evening, VITAVERSE, representing Clemson University, Michael McCarthy.
The Internal Revenue Service grants money to nonprofits to support free tax filing programs that target seniors, students, and low-income taxpayers. These nonprofits have a minimum number of returns they are expected to produce to claim their grant award, but the real goal is to improve financial engagement. Since the pandemic, virtual tax preparation has become increasingly popular, but nonprofits have struggled to keep up. Currently, nonprofits pay for a call answering and scheduling service that is inefficient and unspecialized. In 2021, the call center I managed for 6 counties in South Carolina received over 33,000 calls, but only produced 10,000 returns. Long-term, this can cost nonprofits grant funds, but it also hurts engagement. Wait times were more than 15 minutes. Taxpayers are missing appointments because they forget the time or location. And I haven't even mentioned the trouble us tax preparers face in explaining what to bring to your appointment. My name is Michael McCarthy, and my solution, the VITAVERSE app and scheduling service, will revolutionize how nonprofit programs empower taxpayers. The center will connect users to do-it-yourself software and schedule in-person services. VITAVERSE replaces unproductive calls and appointments with filtering or referring to ultimately double production rates and improve what nonprofits claim on grant awards. Organizations will pay a one-time setup fee to create their app and customize the routing automations. The annual maintenance fee includes all available materials as they develop. Other customizations and education content can be integrated as service additions. A rate of $5 per call or chat interaction will be charged for live agent services. VITAVERSE allows Free File organizations to compete with Big Tax. We'll support the existing operation loyal clients know and love while accessing a new generation of clients. Altogether, VITAVERSE will launch a new world of financial stability in South Carolina and beyond.
Perfect timing. Thank you very much. Round of applause for VITAVERSE. We're moving into our halfway point already. Our 8th pitch this evening is the automated strike zone, representing Coastal Carolina University, Jordan Sizek.
My name is Jordan Sizek, and I'm a senior at Coastal Carolina University. I've initiated and instructed the idea of implementing an automated strike zone into youth baseball that tracks balls and strikes consistently. It is a logical replacement for behind-the-plate umpires. So I'm not here to bash umpires, as I played baseball throughout high school and a year in college, and I've umpired for the last 2 summers. But I do have firsthand experience of what being an umpire is like and what being a baseball player is like. In any sport, I'm sure everyone on here has played a sport or has a kid that plays a sport. They could see some of the type of behavior that goes on between the coaches, the players, and especially the parents. And that sort of behavior trickles down to the players. And the source of this behavior in youth baseball is umpires. They're among other parent issues with kid pitch baseball, including staffing umpires and more. So the automated strike zone is displayed with a detection computer behind home plate that signals to another computer, dictating whether the pitch is a ball or strike. So this kind of relieves the issue with home plate umpires, that they can still exist and have a stress-free position while never again having to deal with the burden of parents or coaches clashing and blaming them for the outcomes of games. So city ballparks, youth baseball facilities, and tournament organizations across the country can seize the opportunity to purchase the automated strike zone systems with a one-time payment based on the number of fields and utilize subscription-based payments for any updates or maintenance deemed necessary. It's a raw new technology, and as a company, we desire and adore the idea of changing the landscape of baseball. We believe the automated strike zone will bring back fairness, sportsmanship, and passion to one of the world's most historic and decorated sports. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Round of applause for automated strike zone. Judges, I'm excited to introduce our 9th team this evening. Sail Shade, representing College of Charleston, Bo Dwyer, Maxwell Vittorio, and Nicholas Bove. We may need to have Jordan stop his screen share. Thank you. Sail Shade, take it away when you're ready.
Hello, everyone. My name is Nicholas Bove. I'm Bo Dwyer, and we are happy to be here today to introduce Sail Shade. As a longtime sailor and sailing fan, I'm always looking for new ways to display my passion. As both of us are first-year students at the College of Charleston, we are new to this heavy rain environment. So instead of walking through storms with a plain dollar store umbrella, Imagine a designer umbrella made from racing sailboats' used sails. SailShade does exactly that.
The average race sail served a short lifespan of approximately 3 races. Constructed from carbon and Kevlar, they become balloons that remain harmful to our environment once their job is finished. Rather than sending these sails to waste, we can address the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal number 12, responsible consumption and production, to take these underutilized sail materials and refurbish them into the canopy of stronger and longer lasting umbrellas specifically made for nautical enthusiasts. Our idea was inspired by the successful company known as Seabags, which takes sails and creates used sails and creates designer bags like this one. Similar companies also make other products like wallets, backpacks, and pillows and chairs. We'll be targeting the same nautical enthusiasts as Seabags, since this is an already proven market.
Here at SailShade, we take a one-of-a-kind approach to create sustainable umbrellas that won't leave you soaked. Now, how will we do this? We will begin by collecting used sail materials from sailing centers across the country. These non-biodegradable materials will then be shipped to our manufacturers and crafted into our innovative umbrella design. SailShade products will then be sold at yacht clubs, boat shows, and an online shop to consumers for an estimated retail price of $99.99.
Judges, contact us today and you could be the next person to rock these stylish and environmentally conscious umbrellas. Thank you.
Excellent job. Round of applause to SailShade. I thought this might be a good opportunity. My kids would be disappointed if I didn't work in a dad joke. Why did the can crusher business owner quit his job? Because it was soda pressing. So you all can make fun of me for that one. We will move right along to team number 10 this evening. Tyronet, representing Coker University, Abby Kellner and Kennedy Price. Looks like we might be in that same spot where we need SailShade to quit the screen share, please. And I'm monitoring the chat to see the reaction on my terrible joke. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Kennedy Price.
And my name is Abby Kellner.
And we're the creators of Tyronet. Imagine being a 21-year-old at your first internship and don't know what is even going on.
Anxiety is high, stress levels are up, and you're overwhelmed. This is definitely not what you learned in school.
That's why we created Tyronet, the software to help companies better engage and educate their interns.
Surveys show that about 35% of interns felt adequately prepared for their internship, and only 30% felt this training was only partially relevant.
That's why Tyronet will aim to improve the stressful trainings, burnout rates, and anxiousness of companies' hectic onboarding, lack of training experience, communication gaps, and poor support for the interns in their transition to the real world.
We can make this possible by having an internal portal to connect interns and have mentorship relationships with past interns who are in their same shoes. We will also provide customizable platforms for easier management of interns, education, and experience at each company.
When building our revenue model, we chose 3 main streams: software, consulting, and subscription. When calculating our revenue projection, we calculated that we will sell to 50 companies in our first year. After adding up the revenue for the 50 companies, the software, consulting, and subscription sales, we reached a total of about $360,000 in sales projections for the first year.
When looking at the global goal we most focused on, we decided that goal 8.6 relates to us the most. Tyronet is focused on giving back through promoting youth employment, education, and training. That is why we decided on partnering with Innovates. Partnering with Innovates will not only work with the global goal, but they will also help make an impact with other goals as well.
Be part of the change in internship experience and support Tyronet as the next big innovation. Thank you.
Thank you, Tyronet. Great job. Moving right along to pitch number 11, Baby Beep, representing College of Charleston. Judges, please help me welcome Catherine Linden, Caroline Twite, and Cassie Cleary.
Yep. Oh, it's on the wrong slide. Oh.
Or is our mic on?
Yeah.
Do I need to click? Sorry about that.
You're good.
Okay, hi, we are Caroline, Catherine, and Cassie, and this is the Baby Beep. Just this June, an Ontario mother got out of her car to teach at a school she was working at. It wasn't until the end of the school day that her child was found unresponsive in the back of the car. This tragic accident happens far more than many are aware of.
An average of 40 babies a year die as a result of being left unattended in hot cars. This could happen to the new mom, busy dad, forgetful grandparents or babysitter, or even you. So how can we fix this problem? With our product, Baby Beep. Baby Beep is an easy locking mechanism with a sticker back that can be placed in the car wherever is most convenient for you. When you place your child in the car seat, you press down the button to lock the mechanism, and you do the same thing when you remove your child from the vehicle. Now, if you leave your vehicle without your child and without unlocking the mechanism, our handy keychain will loudly beep 3 times, alerting you that your child is still in the car and saving your baby's life. Now, our product is targeted towards the new parents who value safety for their children. We plan to partner with hospitals and pediatricians to help distribute our product as the obvious solution to this issue. We are currently endorsed by Oberlin Road Pediatrics. We are also working with Kids and Car Safety Organization to help develop our product. Now, Baby Beep falls under the UNSCG goal number 3, good health and well-being. If you have any questions, please contact us. And let's work together to help save a life with Baby Beep.
Thank you, Baby Beep. Great job. Judges, moving right along to team number 12, VeriMist, representing Clemson University, Aiden Coip, Sydney DeSimone, Eric Miller, and Jackson Wells.
Oh, man.
All right. So hospital stays affecting loved ones can be a trying experience for all involved. So wouldn't you like to rest comfortably knowing that your stay is as brief as possible? This year, our team has been working closely with employees of long-term and acute care facilities. And in that time, our current problem for them has been the issue of cellular death. Occurring when blood flow to the tissue is disrupted for a prolonged period of time, this condition can effectively block the wound healing process, resulting in significantly longer and more expensive hospital stays. Now, the first step in current treatment is to rely primarily on visual inspection to determine good tissue from bad tissue. However, the problem is that these assessments can often vary from nurse to nurse, and as a result, healthy tissue is often removed alongside dead tissue, setting the wound healing process back even further and causing more pain and more frustration for the patient and their loved ones. So our question is, how can we ensure that only the bad stuff gets removed and set our body's natural healing process back on track? My name is Eric Miller, and our team's solution is the VeriMist. Simply spray our patented solution directly onto the wound site, and within seconds, the contrast will be displayed with clear, distinct colors, highlighting good tissue and bad tissue, helping to ensure that only that which actually needs to be removed gets removed, and paving the way for the healing process to take over. Now, in the US, comorbidities and related injuries cost care facilities anywhere from $9.1 to $11.6 billion, but individual costs can run anywhere from $21 to $152,000. And with federal agencies such as Medicare refusing to cover certain costs, that's money that's coming directly out of your pocket, placing an even heavier financial burden on top of your existing physical one. And as global populations continue to lead longer lives, those numbers will only increase. It is our belief that finances should never outweigh your personal health, and the key to faster and better treatment lies in more accurate diagnoses. With VeriMist, we aim to get our patients out of the hospital faster and back to enjoying life with their loved ones. Thank you.
Thank you very much, VeriMist. Nice job. That is probably good timing for my next joke, because I know I received such an excellent response in the chat. What happens when business is slow at the medicine factory? You can hear a cough drop. There you go. We'll move right along to team 13, ClariFill, representing College of Charleston, David Bird, Revs Revels, and Katarina Gibson.
Good evening. We are ClariFill and freshman students at the College of Charleston. Have any of you ever simply unscrewed that small ring around the end of your faucets? We did, and it's nasty, and you can't even see the microplastics. If you do, you are likely to find multiple rings of gunk that have been building up over time that consist of large amounts of microplastics that invade your drinking water.
Microplastics can invade your kitchen sink, bathtub, to your everyday drinking water. Then microplastics can further invade the brain, lungs, and bloodstream. This can cause irreversible damage like oxidative stress, DNA damage, and inflammation. Microplastics are also not biodegradable, which contribute to the spread of disease-causing pathogens.
Our solution, a twofold product. Firstly, a filter specifically designed to act as a microplastic filter. Then a testing tool attached to the filter that collects data on the filtered matter. This tool stays on the filter for 6 months, then being sent back to our labs for a quick and simple analysis back to our customer.
We sell the filter for a one-time direct payment and offer the attachable testing tool on a price per report plan. Our regular filter and measurement tool targets higher income homeowners and commercial builders and developers. We mainly target the use of our optional testing tool for commercial entities who need quarterly or annually microplastic content measurements, as this issue is becoming more public, shown by a new law detailing microplastic testing in California, soon to be nationally recognized issue.
ClariFill corresponds to the UNSC goal number 6, clean water and sanitation. Thanks to expert and professor Barbara Beckingham here at the College of Charleston, she has reassured us that this is a prevalent problem that needs a simple tool like ClariFill to assure we can prevent microplastics in every home. Microplastics may not seem like a large-scale problem, but your children and future generations are being affected by this hidden epidemic. To stop the damage caused by microplastics, contact us today. Thank you.
Awesome job. Thank you, ClariFill. We have 2 presentations remaining. We'll move right along to our 14th pitch this evening. MitRx, representing Medical University of South Carolina, Tyler Beck and Jordan Morningstar.
I'm Tyler Beck. And I'm Jordan Morningstar. And we are both MD PhD students at the Medical University of South Carolina, and we are the co-founders of MitRx Therapeutics. So the problem we're trying to address here is drug toxicity. So 90% of FDA-approved drugs interact with major cytochromes, and major cytochromes are enzymes predominantly found within the liver that facilitate the elimination of drug products. And inhibitors of major cytochromes can cause significant toxicities as well as therapeutic failures. And cytochrome inhibition is the most common cause of drug-drug interactions, leading to toxicities and adverse patient outcomes. So to solve this problem, we have designed a machine learning-based workflow that can take novel drug products and predict whether or not they are likely to inhibit major cytochromes. And in doing so, we have invented 2 novel drugs that work as well as FDA-approved drugs that are safer without major cytochrome inhibition. So the first drug we invented is called API 3505. This is a drug that's used for itch, and it was licensed to a public pharmaceutical company called Titan Pharmaceuticals. The second drug that we invented is a MEK1 inhibitor. We're currently pursuing this with MitRx Therapeutics. It's called NL22175, and it's used for the treatment of melanoma, keloid, and neurofibromatosis. So these data show that our workflow is broadly applicable and reproducible. So in the short term, we plan to file for grants to the NIH to support experimental pursuit of these compounds, particularly to get it into human trials. From there, we plan to pursue clinical development and or license the product. And it should be noted that the market cap for melanoma, which is just one of our 3 indications, is predicted to be $7 billion. And so our company and our idea has profound social and economic impact, and we've successfully applied our invention to invent 2 novel drugs. We have 2 patents pending, and we plan to continue the development of these products and to invent future products as well to reduce adverse patient outcomes. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much. We will move on to our 15th pitch this evening. SheFitness, representing Coker University, Janae Fedowa.
Oh, you unmuted you.
Please check your mute buttons, folks. Thank you.
Can you hear me?
Yep, you're good to go, Janae. Thank you.
Good evening, judges. My name is Janae Fedowa. I'm from Orlando, Florida, and I attend Coker University. So what is SheFitness, you might ask? Well, did you know that 67% of people have gym memberships that go unused? That is $400 million wasted. Why is that? Well, there's been several studies done stating that 50% of women find the gym a daunting place to be. 65% due to avoid it due to anxiety or judgment, and 58% due to lack of knowledge on what to do in the gym. And that's just the gym atmosphere in itself. Now, diving deeper into the situation, there's a study done that included over 1,300 women, asking whether or not they feel safe while working out in the gym. This study includes staring, following, persistent sexual pursuit, or comments on their appearance. Out of the 1,300 responses, 87% of women said yes. The data makes it clear that harassment is happening everywhere in training facilities. So the solution is SheFitness. It's an affordable women's only gym that is built to cater to all the women's needs, such as childcare and accessible trainers throughout the gym. Our gym is well equipped with tanning and hydro beds. SheFitness is here to support women. SheFitness will give you the motivation to go to the gym as well as the luxury of feeling comfortable. Not only do we have affordable prices, but you get 15% back of your monthly payment if you go to the gym 4 times a week plus 1 training session. And we have 3 select memberships that'll cater to your individual needs. We strive to make a difference in the women's industry of lifting, and our goal is to maintain motivation for the gym while you're in a comfortable and uplifting environment. And for all the ladies out there, I don't know about you, but I would much rather max out on deadlifts without a guy asking for my number afterwards. Thank you.
Thank you, Janae. Great job. So this brings us to the end of our 15 pitches. A big round of applause for all of our participating students in the top 15.
For itch, so it cures itch. And itch is actually the second most common medical symptom.
But what is special about, I just wanted to know, what is special about this itch drug? What's special about this cancer drug?
Yeah, so the conventional drugs that are used to treat both of these diseases inhibit proteins called cytochromes, which leads to toxicities. And actually a ton of drugs that target these indications have been taken off the market for these reasons. So our drugs do not inhibit those potentially deleterious targets and make our drugs much safer than what's currently available.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Also a question for MitRx Therapeutics. When you had mentioned that they create less of, okay, I don't see it, but that's okay. Create less toxicity. Who? Let me ask you that. Who said that? Who says that? And as far as you marketing this to someone, are you planning to market this yourself, or are you going to pass this off to a major pharmaceutical?
Yeah, that's a great question. So we've actually done studies in animals to prove that our drug is safer. So we don't see profound toxicity, both grossly by looking at the animal with your eyes, and then also histologically, so looking at various tissue samples under microscope, so we can definitively prove that our drug is safer in that regard. And then in terms of development, so one of our drugs was passed on to a larger pharmaceutical company. It was just an opportunity that we could not pass up. We do still make royalties from their earnings, so we still will make money off of that, and it will contribute towards future business development. But for the second product, we plan to develop that by ourselves because we actually have a potential source of funding moving forward that would support development, which is the biggest hurdle that we may face moving forward.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good job, gentlemen.
Thanks. Thank you.
I'll go next. Great job, guys. Can you talk about the IP and who owns that?
Yeah, so the way it works at the Medical University of South Carolina, at least. So we invented these using MUSC technology here at MUSC. So MUSC is a 60% owner of the IP, and then we split the remaining 40%. But so for the drug that we're developing with MitRx, we'll basically have MUSC license the drug to MitRx so that we can develop it ourselves. For the second drug, the itch drug, same ownership, it's just been licensed to Titan Pharmaceuticals. So we will basically, like I said, make a royalty off of that moving forward, and also milestone payments as well.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Great job, guys. Obviously, you guys definitely know your stuff. My question is going to come from the business standpoint, because you mentioned business development and you also mentioned future funding. So you just gave this pitch. I'm a VC that's in front of you. How much money are you asking for, and what are you planning on using it for?
Yeah, so we'll kind of focus on the drug that we plan to develop, because the pharmaceutical company we licensed to has already raised money. They've raised about $13 million for preclinical development. When I say preclinical development, I mean all of the development that leads up to clinical trials, right? So this involves animal studies, et cetera. So we would ask for roughly $10 million, and that's really the rough estimate of what it costs to do our safety trials in animals, some of which we've already done, to also do studies called pharmacokinetics, which basically assesses what the drug does within the body. So it'll tell you how long the drug lasts within the body, right? It'll tell you also about toxicity. It'll tell you if you can give it orally or if it has to be injected. So these are all things that we would need funding for, and then also funding to go through the regulatory process that would allow us to pursue something called an IND, or an investigative new drug, which is required to then push your drug into human trials.
Got it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I lost track if that was 3 or 4 of our judges. Did everybody good to go on that one?
Yep.
Okay. So if we don't have the 4th question, we will move right along, judges, to our next top 5 team, VeriMist, representing Clemson University. So please jump in with your questions.
I'll go first for this one. Great job. Love the product, love the market, and can see the pain and the opportunity here. Can you talk just a little bit about where you are in the development process with this, and what your path ahead to market looks like?
Sure. So currently this is part of our senior design project. So we work with clinicians. And so far, we've been in constant talks with them in terms of what device they actually need, and what will help them most in their day-to-day job. So right now we're in the prototype stage. And so what's next for us really is going to be determining how to test our device. So X-size skin tissue is generally the FDA's way of doing it. But we're going to try to be a little innovative and just use chicken breasts, because the idea will be the same, and it's definitely much cheaper. And so for us, typically when it comes to, I guess, kind of building on that, when it comes to FDA and regulatory pathways, generally what we would do is pair with like a larger partner company. So think like Johnson & Johnson or GlaxoSmithKline, people who just have entire legal departments that are dedicated sort of to that FDA regulatory pathway.
Awesome. Thanks.
Yes, I'll go next. You had mentioned one of the things that stuck out in my mind that you had mentioned that the product was patented. I wanted to be clear that it was patented versus patent pending.
So, all right. So yeah, this one would definitely be patent pending. So currently we're in the process of figuring out exactly how that we want to delineate good tissue from bad tissue. We have several ideas. And so right now, sort of our leading one is based on the characteristic of pH. We also have other ideas in terms of concentration of free radical proteins. These are all things that healthy tissue and live tissue differ in drastically. And so right now it's figuring out the best way to make sure that we can have a very clear and distinct boundary line between each of those.
But you do have a patent number pending, is that correct?
We do not currently have a patent number pending. No, sir.
Oh, okay.
Okay. That was my question. Thanks for clarifying that.
All right, guys, on my side, let's say you get this product up and running. How, and you talk about your revenue model as far as, you know, cost of individual care ranges. How are you guys using that revenue model to create a sustainable company? What does that look like for you?
Sure. So for us, typically we would market our product to long-term and acute care facilities. So those are the facilities that we've been in close contact with, who are like, this is the product that we need. And so related to that, Medicare has actually kind of shifted their stance on these types of injuries. And so they view them less as a medically acquired condition and more as like a statement on the quality of care. And so what ends up happening is these facilities aren't being reimbursed by Medicare the way that they were used to being reimbursed. And so there's a real need for a device which is able to sort of speed up that healing process, and just to help them in their every day-to-day.
All right. I think that wrapped up that round. Final chance from our judges for that one. Thank you very much. We'll move on to Tyronet, representing Coker University, judges.
I'll start with this one. Great job, folks. My first question, and I believe it would be important to how you go about marketing this, is how did you discover the need for this particular issue?
So me and Abby have done about internships for over 5 years. And so we just figured out like what our complaints were about internships. And we figured out like we both had the same complaints about like our internships. I worked at Duke Energy for the summer, and even though it's like a bigger company, like they still had like flaws in their internship structure compared to their regular employees and consultants. So we're just trying to figure out better ways to help the interns learn more and get better engaged, better communication, and actually take some of the stuff that they learn to be able to put that in a portfolio and be able to produce that instead of like, I've been to 5 internships and I haven't really learned anything. So I just want to make sure that other interns are able to experience that, and not just from just a learning standpoint, but just a good experience overall, because I feel like experiences make you want to go into a certain career field. So we're just trying to make sure that interns don't worry about that communication gap, and companies don't have to worry about how to manage interns. That's something we can take away both from the company standpoint and something from the intern, so they don't have to worry about that. So all they have to focus on is continue learning.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Now, my question comes up with the revenue stream. Can you review that one more time for me?
Yes. So with our revenue stream, we have 3 different types or 3 different parts of it that we want to go into. So we have our consulting, and that's where we're going to have the people go. We're going to hire consultants and we have them go to the companies and experience like what the company actually wants. And so that's going to be a fee, like a beginning fee. And then we're going to have the fee for actual like software build. And in that you have your people that are designing it, as well as the team leaders, that need to be able to focus on customizing and everything in between. And then you also have, so those are your basic builds. And then you also have after that, your like monthly subscription. So for each user the company has, it's going to be a certain amount, but we're going to give them the first 50 users are free. Or not free, sorry. We're going to have that as a cost. And then from that, it's going to be added on per 10 more employees that are going to be using the software. So all of that combined created our revenue stream.
Thank you.
I'll go next. Great job again. I mean, that's a profound, pervasive problem. Most companies don't have great formal internship programs, and you guys obviously experienced that firsthand. Can you talk about your development process? Do either you build software, or what would your plan be to develop the product?
So we would go into the prototyping stage. We want to build the software first and then hire a team after that to be able to continue to grow the company per se. So we're just mostly focused on creating the software, creating the basic prototype, because each company, our software is supposed to be customizable per company. So I think our first thing to tackle is just a normal standard I guess, intern portal that everyone can use, that then could be a basis of what the companies want, and they can add on to what they want to do to give that little perspective of the basic fees to premium. So we're just focused more on that software developing, UX designing, and web programming part.
Great, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, so again, ladies, great job. I've had several interns in my companies, and I'm actually in the process of looking for 2 more interns. So I see the problem as well from the company standpoint. And before I ask my question, because it's a very difficult question, because I'm really a fan of this model, correct me, your subscription model, the people that are paying the subscription is the company that's looking for the interns, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so because I like this, I'm gonna ask you a very difficult question to see how far down the road you've thought with this, right? If your product works, then by default, your interns are more and more likely to actually get paid jobs, because as the process gets smoother, it gets better, the intern stays with the company. The goal is the intern has a job and stays with the job, right? So if that happens, which is great, what is the incentive for the company to keep paying you a subscription fee once you have solved their problem?
So for it right now, what we have been trying to focus on with that is focusing on companies that have the annual interns. So each year they're going to have different interns. And so we want them to see that our program is working and have those interns actually get hired on full time at their company, and just keep it as so every year they would have to get that subscription for them, because we don't really want them to keep the subscription as the interns get hired on, because they're not really part of the program anymore. So they're kind of graduating out of what we have for them.
If that makes sense.
Is that what you're
asking, or?
I think I'm tracking. I'm just wondering that if that's working, if they're coming out of the internship program, then chances are they're walking into a job. And so at some point you fill all the jobs, you run out of internships. What makes them keep paying for your service?
To also show that the interns have a higher productivity rate when they have the intern. So we want to show that our program is having that the interns are helping them with their company goals, versus training them for 4 weeks of the summer and there's only 8 weeks in that summer. So it makes it'll go by faster. And the interns will have the information on hand, versus them having to go to somebody else in the company and slow down the productivity of that person that's training them. They have the software instead that we have. So both people are going to be more productive and get more work done in the long run for the company.
Yeah, I think it's just to take the weight off mostly for HR and for team leads, because a lot of team leads don't know what to provide for their interns most of the time. So the software and the information that's provided on the software will help that process go faster, and be able to recycle that information from year on and continue to build that up. So like a SharePoint site where interns can come in, and so continually as internships grow on and you start to add to 10 to let's say 500 interns, you're continue growing that interest, and you're continuing to grow on people getting hired onto your company. So it's just recycle information to slow down that the communication gap and that time to train the interns, so you can get things done faster, and you're able to learn more instead of focus back on before. Internships will have the information before, and it'll just continue that smooth process of getting in and getting out instead of the constant stop. Oh, we got to rewind. Oh, let's go forward and then going back. So it's just easier process. So it's just second nature to them. And HR doesn't have to worry about that. And then it's also a software when, let's say, you hire new HR people, the software is already there, so don't have to try to reframe their internship program because the software will all be there. So if there's people being hired or who leave the company, that software is still there to keep that momentum of the internship programs.
And then we also
I'm sorry,
Yep.
trying to be mindful of our time here. Really good questions, really good discussion, but I think we do need to move it along. So thank you very much, Tyronet from Coker. Judges, if we could now turn to asking questions to Sales Shade, College of Charleston.
I'll jump in first.
Okay.
Oh, Tim, did you want to go?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay.
Your beard's better than mine.
Hey, another great presentation. This is a niche market, so I'm curious, if you get into business and things are going great, paint a picture for what this company looks like in 5 years.
Okay. So our original plan is to stick with what we had mentioned in the revenue model, which is to be sold at yacht clubs, boat shows, and then an online shop. And since the market is already established, it's proven with sea bags, they cost a hefty penny, and they're still able to they're still able to sell the sea bags. We plan to integrate our umbrellas into stores where they're also present and where other sailing merch might be able to be sold at.
Got it. Thanks.
Where did you come up with your pricing model? How did you come up with that price? Was it based on research or guessing, or how did you come up with that price? Some people are going to think that's a steep price, but I'm going to go into something afterward. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so we do know that it is a high price for just an umbrella, but what we're really going for here is sort of that niche market of the people who are at sailing centers and yacht clubs. And sort of something special about it is that each one will come with sort of a description of where this sail came from. So what boat it came from, what's the name of the boat, what events has this boat won with these sails on it. And so that's sort of how we've justified this increased price.
Yeah, the riches are in the niches.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think your timing is good. I think, when you look at the sales of Bentley, and there's a new money that's going around that likes to spend money on niche type products. Yes. Bentley and Rolls-Royce are selling more cars than they have previously, 20 years previous. So there's a tremendous opportunity for you to market that product as a niche market product. So.
And yeah, similar products like this sea bags right here, like just this little bag right here, it costs $150. So there's already that sort of establishment of
willing to spend the money.
Where'd you guys get your sea bag from?
My grandma actually bought me this.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
I can jump in with a question because of that, because it's an existing marketplace, which is one of the things that I like about this, but you also have, you've got competitors in the marketplace already. How do you move quickly enough, because it's expensive, how do you move quickly enough to get this product to a market without one of these existing competitors scooping this specific product?
So we're planning on working closely with sailing centers and yacht clubs in order to sort of get our name out there and get our products sort of into the sailing community. And our online shop will also help with that to spread to a large amount of customers very quickly.
I'll chime in one more time, guys. I would almost double or triple the price, which is counter to what Tim said, but seeing that bag, that's a pretty specialty product with a neat story there. I think the people who will pay a lot of money for that.
I've been listening and doing other things. Christine, did you get a chance to ask a question?
My question dealt with how are they going to protect their market,
Okay.
the IP, and just basically that idea. And so I think that was my main question. Why has CBAG not done that before? And what would you do if somebody went and developed it, saw yours, saw a prototype, developed it, undercut your price? How would you pivot to handle that, to maintain market share?
So we think how our product will be unique is, like I mentioned before, is each one will come with all that information on like what this sale has done and sort of that story behind the sale, because that's really what people want, is they want to buy a story. It's really not an umbrella. If people just wanted an umbrella, they'd go to the dollar store, right? And so just really that story behind this umbrella is really what we think makes our product stand out.
Great, thank you.
Thank you, judges. Thank you, Sale Shade. We will move along to our fifth team, Forge Change. Judges, fire away. Forge Change representing College of Charleston.
I need a little bit of, I think it's a fabulous idea. And there's such a need for volunteers. And there's also a need for matching these volunteers up with the needs in the community. I wasn't real clear on the demographic that you were targeting for your primary demographic, and then your secondary demographics that you were going to target.
Yeah, sure. So I think at first we would like to target more like college students. I think after the competition and everything's over, we would like to reach out to, well, firstly, keep communicating with the College of Charleston, but also reach out to different colleges and ask like if this would be something they would be interested in implementing in their university. But we do really think that college students would benefit a lot from this app. And I know personally for our school, we have most freshmen have to do like this thing called Honors Engage. So it's hard for them to get matched up with services and volunteer sites that actually are passionate about things, or things that the individual is passionate about as well. So I think at first we would target more so college students, if that answers your question.
Yep, thank you.
Hey, I was curious to know, there are other products or other services that offer other apps actually that connect volunteers for similar services. Can you explain what Force Change, what's different from how your product or services different from some of the other products and services out there that connect volunteers with organizations?
So most of the current competitors out there are mostly websites or are made for fundraising or mainly matching you to a service. But what Forge Change does, it takes it to the next level with the social aspect. And what can incentivize more people to volunteer is making it a group effort, because you don't want to feel alone. You want to feel like you're making a change with your friends. So that enables you to come in contact with more people in your community. And each community has a different cause, has different concerns. So that would also be aimed towards people that want to fix problems that they're concerned with where they live. So yeah.
So this would be a regionalized, you would plan on regionalizing the app? Is that?
Yeah, so the app itself, the matching service, the way that it works is you input your skills, and also you're allowed to like input where like you're with what area you're in. So then it basically tells you all of the volunteer sites within a certain distance or within a certain area.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll jump in here real quick. So I love this. I love this for a number of reasons. And a big one being that I think that volunteering is especially for students, it is a very significant way to set themselves apart in job hunting. And actually, side comment, I'd love to see you and Tyronet team up and actually do a collaboration together, because if you could pull the internship and volunteering together, I think that is a phenomenal concept, because that's one of the first questions I ask interns is, what do you do for volunteering? So I like the product, but like you said, there's other things that do exist. So if you're pitching this, and I asked this question earlier, but I like it. You're pitching this to me, how much money are you asking for and what are you using it for?
So I think, first of all, like with like receiving any type of money for this, we would want to firstly put that towards like the app development. I think we would firstly want to start off like trying to develop it at like either our school or like with a team within our school. But after we develop the app, we would want to receive payment or money for this, just because we don't want volunteer sites to have to pay so much money. All like the amount of money that they're putting into advertising already. I mean, they spend like 12, I think we have a statistic of like 12,000, like they spend $12,000 annually. So we really just want to put the money towards the app development. We're not super concerned on making a huge profit. We're just wanting to get people more involved in the community and give back to their community and utilize their resources within their community.
Yeah, and we're talking exponential growth. Once you get volunteers, more and more are going to join, and it's going to take away costs. And the more volunteers, the more work that's going to be done. So it saves money all around.
Thanks.
Yeah, awesome pitch. I love the idea of the large scale volunteering, and the story that you all told about the Mumbai beach cleanup was really neat and illustrated the impact that could have. I'd be curious the extent, if at all, that you've had the opportunity to talk with some of these nonprofit organizations about, you know, the way that they're currently doing things, and if you've had any conversations about your product that you're proposing to develop and sort of what their reaction was to that.
So we've talked to students at the college. We've done more of like surveys on, do you volunteer? What are the reasons why you don't volunteer? Would you be interested if you would be able to have like a social aspect to something that would promote you to volunteer? So we've done more like research into the people that will be using the app, but we would want to furtherly, reach out to these organizations. But I mean, with the data that we've seen, it's insane almost how much money they spend on advertising and marketing. So I think a lot of volunteer sites and nonprofits would benefit from the app.
Yeah, we haven't reached out to any specific organizations about this specific idea, but the data that we got back from students in our area, 64% said they didn't volunteer actively, and 88% of those people said they would if they had an app that made it kind of a one-stop shop for everything and made it an inclusive experience.
Thanks, and good work with that side of the platform. I'd spend some time, when you get back to it, chatting with some nonprofits so that you can understand the needs from the other side, but nice work on the student side.
Thank you.
Last call, judges. Are we good on this one as well? Awesome. So we need to do a quick side room once again. We will try to be efficient to make our announcement by about 7:25, if at all possible. We'll do our best. Great job to all of our teams. We'll be back when we can. Thank you for that. We will just jump right in. Once again, judges, thank you so much for being here this evening and deliberating and making this very difficult decision. Thank you to all of our round one judges that got us to this stage even before tonight. Congratulations to all of our top 15 teams. You did an amazing job this evening. If you did not advance into the top 5, you will each be rewarded with $100 for making it to this stage. So thank you very much for that. Congratulations to our honorable mention team. Once again, Baby Beep, representing College of Charleston. We will figure out what your extra prize will be for getting very close to the top 5. So let's go right into our announcement for this evening. The judges are pleased to share the results. Our 5th place team in the 2022 SC Innovates competition, which will win $1,000 in cash prizes, is Forge Change. Congratulations, representing College of Charleston. Great job. Moving right along, in 4th place, which will also receive $1,000 for your hard work and your excellent business ideas, representing College of Charleston. Congratulations to Sail Shade. Excellent job this evening. In 3rd place, the judges are pleased to award $1,500 to this team, representing the Medical University of South Carolina. Congratulations, MitRx Therapeutics. Very proud of your performance tonight. Let's go ahead and announce our People's Choice Award. You all did an awesome job, more than 200 votes this evening, and we do have a clear winner. I am proud to announce, earning an extra $500 from the people, is VeriMist, representing Clemson University. So congratulations to them. We will move on to our 2nd place announcement. This team will earn $2,500 in cash prizes. Congratulations for your hard work. Representing Coker University, congratulations to Tyronet. Excellent job this evening, which means congratulations through all of the rounds for an excellent job this evening. The judges are pleased to award our championship prize and $5,000 to the team representing Clemson University, VeriMist. Congratulations, and we would like to give the mic to you all, VeriMist, to close us out for this evening.
Thank y'all. Thanks, Eric. Thanks for voting for us, y'all. Go.
Thank you, everybody, for coming out tonight, truly.
Short and sweet. Okay. Thank you to both of you. Congratulations. Thank you again to all of our primary contacts, all of our supporters, to our judges. It's been an amazing competition this year. We are officially adjourned. We will hang on here if anyone has any questions. Thank you so much for your time.